It's the first of the year. Wave goodbye. Bye 2022. Come on in here, 23. Yeah. I thought I'd do just a short review, not very long, but just show you a couple of things that, reminisce what I did here last year on the N scale, show you what I'm thinking about doing, and then we'll come back here. So if you remember last winter, it took me most of the winter to put this hotel together with all the roomettes I put in and all the lights and everything. So that was pretty much the winter's project for 2022. And then I finished the park and I poured the pond. And from there, I went to the river. And if you remember, this was just a painted river. And it's been that way ever since I started the layout. And I finally poured the river. Added the canoe and the rapids and got that finished. But I still have a lot to add to it. So as time goes on, we'll put more things in there. And then the latest thing I did was this church. I built the church. Remember, I didn't build the church. I had the church. It was missing the steeple and everything, and I put the steeple on it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to put in a graveyard too. So I put in the graveyard. So that's kind of what I've done since the year began. I haven't done too much more than that. We've played with it. We've played with our trains a few times, but I have a couple of models, and I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet. But I do have an engine house right here that I'm going to be putting in. So that might be my next project. We'll have to see. I'm not going to guarantee what I'll build just yet, but I am going to add to it again this year. Well, that's the N scale. I don't do a lot on it. I work mainly on in the winter months when it gets cold, late spring, winter, late fall, that type of thing. And then when the weather's good, even in the winter sometimes I'll head out the door. Yeah. And I love tracking down that old history and bringing it to people, especially people that are cooped up inside and can't get out, kind of brightens their day. And I share that on some of the social media pages, and all of a sudden I'll see somebody that, makes their comment, and it's like, wow, I didn't even know that was there. So that makes me feel good to do that sort of thing. And last year now, let's see, we started off back last winter, just after Christmas. Maybe it was in February, early March, when we tracked down the Chicago Great Western in Red Wing and followed that out of town. And we've revisited the depot in Goodhue, and they're doing a lot of good things with that. That's going to be a coffee house, sandwich shop, ice cream shop, so I can't wait till they get it started. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to have to contact them because I wanted to be there for their grand opening on that one. That's just awesome what they're doing with that. Let's see, then we went to Zimbrota and we tracked down the Milwaukee Road, the Chicago Great Western, the Chicago Northwestern, and we followed some of their tracks and found out where the old depots were. Yeah. And then we went down to Preston and looked at their museum, Milwaukee Road, and we went up to the Duluth Museum and we saw the William Cooks. Yeah. So we had some good times there, and I plan on doing a few more things now this year. I'm going to do another one in Red Wing. of the freight house that was there, and I'm going to go down to a little town called Waukesha, Minnesota. Yep, it's just a small town. I mean, if you were to blink today, you'd miss it. But it's loaded with all kinds of history, and I want to see where the depot was, so I have to make a trip to the Dodge County Historical Society. So I'll bring you along when I go there. I don't know what we'll find yet, but I always start with going to a social media page and say, hey, I'm going to be in your town doing this or that. Do you have any pictures you could share? And then I go to the historical societies, and that's how I get started with my searches. And then I take the camera and go out there and we see if we can find some railroad beds. So I'm going to do that one this year. And I'm going to go down to the Mower County Historical Society. They've got a couple of Milwaukee Road cars out there, and I think an engine of some kind. And I want to see what that's about. So I'm going to put that on my list. And you know, I don't have the whole schedule made out yet, but I think I'll stay pretty busy this year. Gonna get out a little bit further. I'd like to go to Pine Island and see, you know, where that depot was. And that's just, like I said, I love doing this. So I hope you'll be with me on those. And I want to wish you all a great New Year's. And stay safe. Have a lot of fun, and God bless you all.